I'm Brian Van. I'm here today with Jason DiSalvo. I got to tell you, it's a pleasure. I've gotten to work with Jason a little bit, and it's a pleasure to be around you. Great motorcycle rider, one of the best in the country, probably one of the best in the world at this point.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. First thing I want to talk about is Daytona.
Yeah.
You won this year.
It was a pretty special weekend.
It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
No, and really when you add in the way everything went down, it was like blowing the motor and then coming back, and then that 15 lap, dash to the finish. It was pretty memorable, to say the least, and it's definitely a race and a day that I'll always remember. And really, I'd say the last lap that I'll always remember, because I went into that last lap in, I think, 7th place. And ended up on top. So
that is awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What a lot of people don't realize too is that motorcycle racing is a team sport.
Oh yeah.
And that very day is proof positive.
More than ever.
Because those guys did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking complete engine swap, engine out of one bike, actually engine out of both bikes, and then swapping over into the chassis that was legal for that day, because that was the chassis I started the race on. So all that in about 45, 50 minutes. So,
that is amazing.
Yeah, by the end of it there was, oil and gas and sweat and literally blood in our pit, and it was everything those guys had to make that happen, and I just can't thank them enough. I mean, honestly, it was their performance then inspired me to go out and do what I did in the race. And it was really a magical weekend.
I think that makes a lot of sense. That their performance, I mean, really, you don't want to let these guys down now.
Yeah.
They've done everything.
Yeah, and I mean, that and the fact that, going into that chicane on the last lap, we were all kind of fanned out across the back straightaway, and it was really like, we shouldn't even be here at this point. We've gotten a second chance. We've already, for all intents and purposes, DNF'd once today. So this is a second chance. This is a duel. Let's go for it.
And you won it.
Yeah.
That is sweet, man. Isn't that the picture from the podium that's in Road Racing World in your column?
Yes.
That's sweet.
With a big trophy. That trophy's heavier than it looks.
That's got to be one you'd be proud of for a long time. You started a new venture this year.
Yes.
You and Brian Stokes.
Yep.
The DiSalvo Speed Academy.
Yep.
And you're doing something that I haven't really seen done before, where you take a current, active, winning, high-profile racer, and you're taking time during your racing season to run this school and teach your methods that you're using to win.
Yeah.
To anyone.
Yeah, and it really is. I mean, it's really all the same stuff. It's really all the same stuff that I work on out here at the racetrack. I mean, it was the same stuff I was working on today. Same stuff I was working on at Daytona. It's just getting back to basics, and honestly, whenever I do that, whenever I get back to the basics, is when I really am able to go fast.
Safety is huge, and better skill absolutely breeds safer riding.
And really, what we've found too is safety and speed. I should say safety and the fastest way typically coincide. It's the same techniques that are going to make you the fastest around the racetrack that are going to make you the safest. And I mean, they're the techniques that champions use. It was, this curriculum was developed over years with me and my former riding coach, who coached the likes of Kevin Schwantz, Scott Russell, Jeff Haney was the guy that would really sort of instilled all of this, all of these ideas into what I kind of tried to put together with Brian, and hold on! It's really been a cool thing. It's effective.
But now let's give people a taste, right? We can't give them the whole curriculum for free.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the problem that I'm having this weekend. I haven't had this happen to me in a long time. but I'm getting serious arm pump to the point where my right hand totally numb inside of 3-4 laps, can't feel the throttle or the brake. It makes it hard to ride.
Yeah.
And you and I had a bit of a conversation already. You're trying to help me work through that so I can go out on Sunday and hopefully ride a little faster and be able to feel my hand by the end of the race. That would be great. Let's talk about ways to get the weight off your hands.
Yeah. The biggest thing with the weight that we transfer into the bike on any of our points of contact is that weight has to have somewhere to go. And if it's not going through your hands, it's got to go somewhere else. And one of the best places for that weight to go, one of the places we want to put that weight is through the foot pegs. And we do that through body position. We teach a very specific yet adaptable body position at the school, with the primary goals of getting the weight through the foot pegs and really off the hands. Because a couple things, other than having a death grip and getting your arms pumped up, a couple of things happen. And the biggest thing is that when our weight goes through our hands on the bars, we actually stop the bike from turning. The bike naturally, the front wheel wants to fall to the inside of the corner, and the bike wants to turn around the corner. And you know, a bike's gonna go and do that most effectively literally when it's been ghost ridden. You ever see somebody get flicked off and their bike carries on? The bike looks good.
Oh, it looks great.
You know,
totally settled.
It's because there's nobody on it messing it up. And that's one of the big things, is just getting the weight off of those hands to stop fighting the thing. You know, let it do what it wants to do, and get the weight through the foot pegs, through the balls of your feet, and let the front end turn. You know,
let it do what it wants to do instead of fighting it.
Yeah, let it do what it's going to do naturally. And you know, that combined with some specific control implements, you know, can really make the bike turn effectively. I mean, that's exactly the sort of stuff that we teach at the school.
Smooth and safe.